Good morning on Colombo Day, or this personal Sunday. I call it that because here in the UK you can usually find episodes of Colombo on TV on Sundays. I'd show an example about its late period anyway. So continuing in the cassettes from this 80s movies and music. Here we have the soundtrack for the TV special based on on Raymond Briggs' children's picture book Father Christmas. Basically, telling you the story of the film, along with the musical backing it had featured by well, side 2 has the complete music soundtrack from Father Christmas by, I'm going to try to guess, I think that's by Julian Knotts, but that's for sure. Hang on. Where is it? No, let's see. Mike Hewer. That was him. Anyway, it was specially made for Channel 4 in the UK. Much more fun than this new one. Okay. And here we have one of the mini series that you got in the 1980s. This is Lawrence Rosenthal's soundtrack for Anastasia, The Mystery of Anna, which got licensed for the UK on silver screen. This is another Sunday evening. I think that was a BBC One. The Big Battalions. This is by Christopher Gunning, a Channel 4 miniseries. This is in Ethiopia. I'm afraid I did not never actually watched this. I don't think I played this often. So. Heroes 2 and the sequel. This is an Australian miniseries, which I suspect was bought for the UK because Jason Donovan was playing one of the soldiers in this miniseries. And this had music by Pete Best. This coupled together the music from the sequel and the original. And it was on silver screen in the UK. And this period Dennis Potter's last screen works, Karaoke and Cold Lazarus. It was a BBC Channel 4 co-production as specified in his will. I watched Cold Lazarus, but I got kind of a Total Recall vibe from Christopher Gunning's music for Cold Lazarus, because it was sort of a science fiction bit into it. And karaoke features lots of old songs on it as well. Yeah, cassette. Now this is marvelous. For a documentary about Thor Heyerdahl, the Quantity Man. Music by Ragnar Bjerkheim. Quiz by, I think it's on the BBC's label. I really like this actually. Music, I haven't seen a documentary. Now this is a bit unfortunate because this, Alan Ferguson's music for Master of the Game, was due to the miniseries being released on the BBC's own label. But unfortunately, I can't play this anymore, and no one seems to have released it on CD. So I had to wait until you know. Now this Vladimir Cosma's music for HTV that's Welsh ITV in the UK case of them. For HTV's adaptation of Kidnapped in the 1970s. The music by French media regular Vladimir Cosma. I assume it was a co-production. International co-production. Oh, John Scott's Mountbatten, The Last Viceroy. This is a very sad band release in the US. It was licensed in the UK through TER. That's Entertainment Records. And this is a cassette release thereof. Well, fortunately, various included this in their LP to CD subscription program, which they really should bring back. And finally, well, not finally, another mini-series scored by Lawrence Rosenthal, Peter the Great. I think Southern Cross did the CD release. This is a cassette release on Silver Screen in the UK. This is another mini-series at the BBC. Out on the BBC. And speaking of mini-series out on the BBC, here's Shogun, which got on cassette. The RSO cassette release. I also have some LP. Okay, I'll show it to you just to show off. I can get it out. No, I can't get it out, sorry. Okay, so I've got that on several times over. I think I suspect that the BBC would have licensed it to release through their label if they could, quite frankly. And finally, the album re-recording of Winds of War on the very sad band. Unfortunately, they didn't do a sequel. Okay. That takes care of the mini-series ones. The rest of this box has collections and song soundtracks, and that'll be in another video. So just actually, as I continue this one. This I got because it was by Ed Welk. Primarily associates with the theme for Blockbusters. Fantastic quiz show in the UK. I also did the 1970s 39 Steps adaptation. Well, this was a concept. This is a concept album about the 1960s moonshots with some dialogue clips in there, I think. I haven't heard it for a long time. But now we're getting into the... So I keep it in the collections because of how I put things together. This was one of the ones that got on a job lot. Beverly Hills Cop 2. For the first Dreadful sequel. But it doesn't have any Hal Fortemeyer's underscoring in there. Yeah, but it does have a good Sega track. I didn't like the film very much, to be honest. And Coming to America. On that's cool. And Dangerous Minds, which I only got because this and some others here were part of the job lots. So they bought on eBay. I wouldn't have got this individually because I couldn't stand that Coolio song. Because I can't stand Coolio songs in general. This is another job lot. I wouldn't have got it in itself because I saw the film, I didn't really care for musical numbers. I actually care for the film. So finally, the game is a bit more fun. Jolly be good. Feature. Not sick. I'm sure Miss 80s has this somewhere in the collection. And here's three. Before it became a musical. Yes, this is for the original film, not before it was turned into a musical. So on the MCA on cassette. This is another job lot purchase. Also was this Sliver on lots of UB40 and Cherry and Enigma and not another stuff that I didn't really care for at the time or even now. And one that I did buy individually, Wayne's World, that I did actually enjoy. That was fun. And one that I got on eBay. For the souvenir album for the Granada Studios tour. With the themes for Coronation Street, Nearest and Dearest, Family at War, Sherlock Holmes, Traveling Man, Return of the Antelope, Connections, A Kind of Loving, The Brothers McGregor, and Albion Market. Oh dear. And Bride City Visited, Lost Empires, Jewel in the Crown, Country Matters, The Lovers, Fallen Hero, Crib, and Busman's Holiday, and First One Equals, and World in Action. Which should all be a great collection if they weren't actually badly done cover versions under the baton of Granada's musical director, Derek Horton. Now, you would have thought that Granada could have just included the originals on the souvenir album. Seriously, come on. I mean, I'm sure lots of people would love to have the originals of most of these. I've seen most of these because Albion Market was a big flop of a soap via TV. Now this. Speaking of soaps, this is a French Canadian collection of French Canadian soaps. Where aujourd'hui, featuring lots of things for French Canadians series that would not have been shown in outside of French Canada, or at least not English speaking territories. I don't think. Let's find more. And it was made by the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, or since it's Quebec, by Société Radio Canada. That's stuff I can actually pronounce. One of Silver Screen's collection of American television themes, which Silver Screen put out on their primetime imprint, conducted by Daniel Kane, with Derek Wadsworth as a musical director and as one of the arrangers. This is done for Silver Screen Records, and among the themes included here, there's Law and Order, Capital News, which is a very good Dave Grusin theme, by the way. Sledgehammer, China Beach, BL Striker, The Days and Nights of Molly Dodd, Parker Lewis Can't Lose, The Young Riders, Night Court, Stingray. That's for Stephen J. Canal Stingray, not the Jerry Anderson Stingray. This Stingray had a theme by Mike Post and Pete Carpenter. Houston Nights, Over My Dead Body, Buck James, and Top of the Hill. Now, as usually is often the case, there are very variable quality of these performances, but it's always good to have ones that you're likely to find elsewhere. But yeah, also, some of the shows aren't very good, like Buck James, which is it's a very boring show about a surgeon. But Night Court was brilliant. Anyway. And Hanna-Barbera Classics, Volume 1, from Rhino. This is also included in the Picnic Basket box sets, which I couldn't get because that's in my price range. And this has lots of the classics and not classics. Oh, sorry. The case isn't the greatest for that one. Sorry. Oh. Okay. Hmm. 40 years of BBC TV themes with Nori Palmore conducting themes with, let's see, we've got here. It came out on Emporio through the Budget Label Music Collection International in 1996. And on here you have the television march, the BBC TV network theme from 1946 to 1958. Let's see. Dick Serve Doc Green, Dr. Finlay's Casebook, Tonight, Meg Ray, Secret Garden, Top of the Form, Calypso, which was used for Jacques Cousteau, Call My Bluff, and Last of the Summer Wine, and Come Dancing. But none of the originals, obviously. So they're not really, I really prefer the originals. But you know, what can you do? This one's fun. Australian TV's greatest hits. This is licensed to UK to silver screen again. And on here you have lots of usual suspects and some ones I don't really expect to find it here. So let's see, we've got Perfect Match, which is a quiz show. Sons and Daughters, which is a soap opera, lovely theme tune. Secret Valley, that was a children's show, which borrowed the theme, which borrowed what was in Matilda from its cool. The Class of '74, that was a series about teenagers. She's made by Grundy of Neighbours fame. Celebrity Game, that's another quiz show. The rest this year's Chopper Squad. Yes. Glenview High, Blankety Blanks, Family Feud, It's a Knockout, Matchmates, Neighbours, Prisoner Cell Block H, or Prisoner as it was called in Australia, Taurus Rising, The Young Doctors, The New Price is Right, Wheel of Fortune, Concentration, the Mavis Bramston theme, A Country Practice, Four Corners, Ask the Lelian Brothers, Off the Beaten Track, The Lelian Brothers and Great Outdoors, Beyond 2000, Wonderworld, Number 96, Auntie Jack theme, Paul Hogan theme. Gosh, get some original names. Tonight with Bert Newton, The Sullivans theme, Daryl Summers show, In Reelborn Tonight, Hunter. That's the Australian cop show called Hunter, not the Stephen J. Cannell show. A Current Affair, Division 4, also a cop show. Darren's theme. Darren's is such a commercial jingle. A nice one. Here's Humphrey. Skippy. Logie's theme. I assume it's the Logies. GTV9. GTV9 1976. Has been the 9 Network. The 9 Network Shuffle. 9 News theme. Tarek's Magic Mirror. Oh dear. I wish I had some notes, it would be helpful. Theme from the Don Lane Show. 4 New Faces. Sale of the Century. Will C theme. Rosh. Carver Breakout. Waterfront. Power Without Glory. Australia, You're Standing in It. The Anzacs theme. Mother and Son. A Big Country. And Riptide. The Riptide was another theme I remembered from being a kid. I actually remember it from when I was still a kid in England. Before we moved to Barbados. That's another one that's stuck me for ages. Anyway, Laser Records released it in Australia. I did a carton CD, but it was hugely expensive. And finally, another set of American TV themes. There were lots of these in the UK in the 1990s and 80s. In this collection, you have 30-something, Falcon Crest, Doogie House MD, Highway to Heaven, Quantum Leap, MacGyver, The Sat Maxwell Story, Head of the Class, Alf, Wise Guy, The Knot House, Women Sing Still, Men, and Bring It Back Alive. This is also silver screen. Now Men was a James Easton Howard theme. I did years before. Yeah, of course. Well, that's it for this one. So let's upload it so I can get it done by lunchtime. Sorry. Okay, so you all enjoy the rest of the weekend, and there'll be another box tomorrow, hopefully. So, ciao.